This narrative is not drawn from history. It's seeped from your inner world. Welcome to Silent Signs Stories. Elements never lie. People lie. History lies. Even our own memories lie to us. But matter is honest. There are things in this universe that must consume themselves in order to shine. Like a star, like Marie Curie. Today, I'm not going to tell you the story of a scientist. I'm going to tell you the story of a woman who turned her soul into a laboratory and converted her pain into pure energy. The story of the greatest alchemist of modern times. If you feel a void in your life right now, an absence, or a deep disappointment, do not look away, because what you are about to hear will prove that this emptiness is actually your greatest power. Welcome to the laboratory. This is a place where not just minds, but souls are transformed. If you are looking for a light in your own darkness, this channel is your home. Now, close the door and mute the outside world. Let's begin. When Marie arrived in Paris from Poland, she had more hope in her suitcase than clothes, but she had no money. The famous romantic lights of Paris didn't shine on her. She danced with starvation in the coldest, darkest attics of the city. Sometimes she was so hungry that the lines in her books would start to dance before her eyes. There were nights she piled chairs on top of herself just to keep from freezing to death. Most people looking at this picture would see misery, poverty, desperation. But Marie didn't see that attic as a nest of misery. She turned it into a temple. She said, "There is no outside, there is only me and my elements." Let me ask you, what is missing in your life right now? Maybe your bank account is empty. Maybe your heart is broken. Maybe you don't have a single friend who truly understands you. You feel suspended in a terrifying void. The modern world screams at you to fill it. Buy more, watch more, consume more. But listen to me. The void is the womb of creation. Nothing new can be born in a cluttered mind. You cannot have the sharpness of a hunter with a full stomach. That loneliness you feel, that sense of being nobody, that is not your curse. That is your laboratory. Alchemists call this Nigredo, the blackening. Every great transformation begins with a pitch-black void. Marie embraced science because she was hungry. She didn't have luxurious dinners, warm parties, or comfortable furniture to distract her. It was just her and her obsession. She was focused like a laser. What about you? What will you hold on to? What will you fill that massive void with? With endless scrolling on social media? With numbing Netflix series? Or will you search for your own radium? The power to turn absence into presence is hidden in that void. Love that cold room, because genius doesn't warm itself in comfortable armchairs. It heats up in the cold. If you are ready to discover the power inside this lack, you are not alone on this journey. We are a family here, trying to fill that void with meaning. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and become part of this laboratory, because here we don't speak in empty words. We speak the truth. In the middle of the night, in a dilapidated shed, Marie and Pierre Curie were staring at a miracle. Inside the test tubes, a self-luminous, mystical blue glow. Radium. They were in love with it. Radium was burning them, melting their fingertips, tearing apart their blood cells, but they called it fairy light. They put radium on their nightstands. They slept next to it. This is passion, my friend. The modern world, under the mask of self-help, discriminate, stay safe, be balanced, don't take risks, find a work-life balance. Marie Curie smiles from her grave and tells you, balance is the refuge of the mediocre. Your soul wants to burn. Have you ever been attached to something that scared you? A project, an art form, a goal. That thing you stayed up all night for, neglected your health for. That thing people called madness. If your fingers aren't burning, you aren't really touching the truth. Carl Jung says, one does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. Marie Curie experienced this, physically. Anything that gives light must consume its fuel. A candle melts to give light. The sun loses millions of tons of mass every second to warm us. Don't be afraid of consuming yourself. Be afraid of rusting, of rotting away without ever being used, without ever taking a risk. If you are burning for the right thing, those burn marks are your metals. What is your radium? What excites you? What wakes you up in the middle of the night? Find it and let it burn you a little, because only things that burn can shine. If you feel the pull of this blue light, hit the like button. Let's see how many of us feel this dangerous passion. And then the apocalypse happened. Pierre, her life partner, her lab partner, her soulmate, he was killed instantly, crushed under a horse-drawn carriage. His brain, that genius brain, was scattered on the pavement of Paris. This was one of the greatest traumas a human could experience. What did Marie do? Did she stay in bed and cry for months? Did she give up on life? Did she rebel against God? No. She went to the laboratory the next day. She opened her diary and wrote that cold, spine-chilling sentence. Today, I worked. This is the pinnacle of Stoicism. This is amor fati, loving one's fate. There are losses in your life too, I know. Breakups, deaths, bankruptcies. When the world comes crashing down on you, what do? Most people stop. Most people crumble and play the victim. They ask, why me? But you, if you are watching this channel, you are different. You work. Because work is your worship. When pain comes, feel it. Don't deny it. Feel it as if your lungs are being torn out. But then, take that energy and pour it into your work. Pour it into your writing, your sports, your code. Pain is crude oil. If you keep it inside, it poisons you, depresses you, rots you. But if you put it in your engine, it will take you further than anyone else can go. Marie Curie turned grief into fuel. She took over the class Pierre left unfinished, and her first sentence in the lecture hall was the continuation of Pierre's last sentence. No drama, no show, just work. Let me tell you a secret. When life knocks you down, don't say, I hurt. Say, today, I worked. And take refuge in the unshakable, steel-like power of that sentence. How do you handle your grief? By stopping or by running? I want to hear it in the comments. What healed you the most? Work or time? Marie wasn't just a genius. She was a woman. And society never leaves strong women, especially those who break the rules, alone. After Pierre died, Marie had a relationship with Paul Langevin. The French press lynched her. They called her the Polish stranger. They called her a homewrecker. They said, get out of here. They waited outside her house with stones. Even the Nobel Committee, that prestigious institution, wrote her a letter. "It would be better if you didn't come to the ceremony. Don't create a scandal." Can you imagine? You are the first person in history to win 2 Nobel Prizes, and they tell you, "Don't come." What was Marie's response? "The prize has been awarded for the discovery of radium and polonium. I believe that there is no connection between my scientific work and the facts of private life." She went, and she accepted her award with her head held high. They talk about you too, don't they? At work, at school, maybe even in your family gatherings. They plot behind your back. They judge you. They find you inadequate, weird, or wrong. Let them talk. Gossip is the radiation of small minds. It only pollutes the environment. It produces no real energy. Marie had the elements in her hand. What do you have? Your production, your success, your talent. If you do your job well, if you deliver when you sit at that table, does it matter what anyone says? Elements don't lie. Success doesn't lie. Let them make noise. You keep splitting the atom. Your revenge isn't arguing with them. Your revenge will be your success. And remember, wolves only howl at the solitary prey, on the peaks that are hard to climb. If they are attacking you, it means you are on the right path. When Marie Curie died, her body had been exposed to so much radiation that they had to bury her in a lead coffin. Even today, 100 years later, her notebooks are still radioactive. You have to wear special suits just to touch them. Is this scary? Maybe. But symbolically, there is a tremendous message here. The archetype Jung calls the wounded healer. Marie sacrificed herself to find the cure. She died of cancer while discovering the radiation that would treat cancer. The wounds in your life, the mistakes you made in the past, the injustices you suffered, those moments of shame, they didn't make you ugly. They deepened you. They made you radioactive. Thanks to the pain you suffered, now you can understand the pain of others. Thanks to your wrong decisions, now you know the truth. Your past, which you think is poison, is actually your greatest medicine. Alchemy is turning lead into gold. Spiritual alchemy is turning pain into wisdom. Marie Curie's body may be in a lead coffin, but her soul was pure gold. You have achieved this. Look, you are still standing. You are still breathing. That means the radiation didn't kill you. It strengthened you. You are no longer that naive, fragile person. You are now an alchemist who masters their elements. Marie Curie's story is not a tragedy. It is a victory of human will against the resistance of matter. Your story is the same. The difficulty you are experiencing right now, that weight you feel, that financial crisis, that emotional collapse, that is not your lead coffin. That is your cocoon. Something is changing inside. Your atoms are rearranging. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid of burning yourself, of following your passions, of being alone. Do not fear the dark, because the darker it gets, the more visible the blue light inside you becomes. Look in the mirror. See the power behind those tired eyes. You are Marie Curie, and your element is hope. Now, are you ready to enter your own laboratory? If you have decided to turn your pain into fuel, I want you to seal your own alchemy formula under this video. Write only this in the comments. My pain is my fuel. Let the world think you are burning out. You are actually shining. Share this video with that one person who is looking for their own light. And if you haven't already, subscribe so we can meet again for the next experiment. May your light be bright and your radiation productive. See you soon.